Welcome everybody to a new live stream of Flower Circus Talks. Today a special guest from Colombia, Mauricio from Milagro. Let's quickly invite him into the live stream so he can tell us all about his beautiful roses and also ranunculus. So let's invite Mauricio into the live stream. And if you have any questions, just ask in the chat. So welcome, Mauricio.
Hi, John. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, good to see your smile again.
Yeah, it's not so easy these days without the possibility of traveling, but I'm happy and glad to be here.
Yeah, I mean, you should be almost on your way to Russia, I think, normally with the exhibition happening next week.
That is true. Normally, this time of the year is when it starts getting super hectic. We have the Russian show, and then we go to Holland. Then we have the shows here either in Colombia or in Ecuador, and it's a very exciting time. But this year it's going to be different, But there's things like this that connect us anyway, so it's going to be different.
Yeah. Luckily, we have the internet, so we can still meet each other and connect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So for the people who don't know Milagro, can you tell a bit more about the company?
Yeah, Milagro is a family-owned business. It's me and my brother who are running the show here, and it's a fairly young company. In Colombia, the business got started, the flower business, probably 60 years ago, 70 years ago, and we have been around more or less for 15 years, a little bit more than that. So it's been hard in that sense, but it's been very exciting for us, and we've always wanted to be a company that develops quality products. And basically what we're doing now is trying to have special things, exciting products and varieties and things that allow our clients to have also special things to offer for them to try and bring our vision back to the final customers. Sometimes a lot of things don't get through, and we want to kind of help and bring all these different things back to them.
Yeah. So you're looking for new things. Most of the people know you from the roses, of course. You don't only have. We cannot talk about normal roses, I think, because not a single rose is a normal rose. But you have some different varieties now and different types of roses as well, right?
Yeah, that is true. We've been very busy lately with doing, developing new varieties. We got started in the roses, John, and then we, as we learned, we were doing mostly the basic things, if you will, and then as we had more experience, we just got more curious, as we've talked before, we're very passionate about what we do, and it's kind of try and show that passion of what we have for the flowers through bringing new varieties. We work closely with breeders all around the world, and we have a test area where we start doing things that are a little bit out of the box from what we're used to doing normally. And with this, we have done many collaborations with breeders. Now we're going to have exclusive varieties that are only from Milagro. Some of them we're only going to have them in Americas, and it's been fun,
Yeah. So it's more looking for exclusivity and special things, because you're also the only one, if I'm correct, in Colombia who's growing Explorer, right?
Well, we were the first ones. Basically, we got started in 2018, and we were the only ones that were growing Explorer up until this year.
Yeah.
Now it's been open again, but we did have it for a few years by ourselves, and it was at the moment a big bet, because it was a variety that was mostly known for being a Russian variety.
Yeah.
And at that moment, it was when we started negotiations. It was 2015 where the crisis got started, and we love the variety. We thought it was very aligned with what we wanted to show as a company, which is a high quality product, a different red, that expresses a little bit more top of the line, and fortunately, it came out great. Our Explorer, the color is more pure. We don't have the blackening that it's a little bit known for. So it with a big head, nice foliage, and people have loved it. Fortunately, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really great one. But why doesn't it has the blackening at your place? Is it because you're in a different country? Because most of it is grown in Ecuador, or is it because of the altitude, or is it a secret?
It's I think it's a combination of a little bit, of everything. In general, we have seen that reds do well with us, and maybe a little bit less luminosity will have less effect on the blackening, or maybe less hours,
Yeah,
of direct sunlight. Then of course we try and do our own little stuff and tweak everything so that we have, just right, just perfect, and it's something that we love to do. We like, if we bring a variety out into the market, we are always thinking of how to make it better, specifically each variety, and we start playing around and testing new stuff, and you learn so much, even though you've been doing this for a few years. It's like every month you see something new. Every month you feel you're up to something that's gonna improve what you're offering out there to the world. So
yeah,
it's I always say the flower business is everything but boring. Yeah, it's everything but boring. So
yeah,
it's a little bit of that. Yeah.
yeah. Most of the time, it's in a good way, not boring. Lately, it was a little bit boring in
Yeah.
another way.
Yeah, it just keeps you on the tip of your feet every time.
Yeah,
It's the big seasons and the productions and the climate, and it's for me it's very exciting. It's very
yeah.
exciting.
Yeah, it is, and also with the new varieties reacting on a little bit of a different way, and to get it on the top level, what you're used to with all the other varieties, can be a big challenge.
And what I've noticed, John, is that we love traveling. It's one of the things that we like a lot from our business. It's very, very international. So we get to visit florists and people in the flower business all over the world, and you get to see how different the cultures behave towards the flowers. You get to see the taste, how it changes if you're in the States, if you're in Europe, if you're in Japan, if you're anywhere you go, you're gonna see special different things. And we got a lot of feedback, and we got we start seeing trends also. And one of the things that we try is to take this information and try, and because the florists, they've been doing this for so long, and
Yeah,
they've seen everything, and it's not easy to do something different. It's something that's been done for thousands of years.
yeah,
So we try and bring something into the market that's gonna make them be excited of, oh, this is so beautiful. This is something I'm gonna be able to work with. Or they start, imagining how their new bouquets and their new arrangements are gonna look when they receive something that is not what they're used to, and it's not
yeah,
what the market is used to. Especially now that you're seeing more and more supermarket flowers, and it's not easy, but it's something that I hope people are getting from us, from our work.
yeah. I think it's the supermarkets are doing quite well, or very well actually, in terms of sales. The florists are struggling a bit, or some are also doing good, some are struggling, but they really need the high quality and the other varieties to stand out and be different than the supermarkets.
Exactly, something that's gonna make them, allow them to be different. And honestly, yeah, supermarkets are doing great with the flower business, but I think in the long term it's going to be good, in a sense that we have the younger crowd coming in and buying flowers easily from the supermarkets, and we know how they curious they are, and how they they want to learn more about anything that they get their hands on. They want
Yeah.
to more they have information on the net. They want to know more about it. And once they start getting more information, they're just not going to be satisfied with what they see in the supermarket. They're just going to start going to florists. They're going to start building new businesses, and for them, you need to give them that extra something, and
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to put out there. You can find Lysianthus, you can find Ranunculus, but we wanna do it at a higher level and at a more exotic level, if you will.
Yeah.
And we are very optimistic about the future in that way. We have so many ideas and so many things that we think people are gonna love.
Yeah. I think this whole COVID crisis or period is making a whole new generation falling in love with gardening, with flowers and plants again, like you said.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna remain for the rest. For now, people are just what I've noticed even here locally, John. We've seen that florists have been more active than before, and they've been asking for different things than what they were used to ask before the coronavirus. Normally, they would just get the most basic bouquets here locally, but now they're even amongst friends, they cannot go outside. So they say, okay, I cannot meet them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send an arrangement. And they say 10 different arrangements. They even go ahead and say, you know what, I'm not going to send an arrangement. I'm going to send a box with different kind of flowers, and we're going to do a plan where we're going to build the arrangements each other at our houses and share amongst what we're getting. And it's been amazing, to be honest. I thought it was going to be different, just harder, but at the end, flowers have been there, and I believe it's been a support for many people that have seen them at their houses and has brought joy to them.
Yeah, that's for sure. And with people working more from home, and I think that's there to stay as well. People will not go to the office every day anymore. Probably they're going to work a few days at home as well. They need to have some plants or flowers around them as well.
I think so, and it changes a space. If you put flowers, even if it's a very small flower or a small plant, it does really change any space that you use them in. So I think it's been very positive in that sense.
Yeah, that's for sure. And I just read a study that it takes 66 days for people to get something in their system. So now that the whole lockdown is taking so long time, I think it's in most of the people's system already to buy flowers and plants. So that's a good thing.
I think so, and I always encourage people to test it and to have flowers in their home and see how different they're just gonna feel. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think we're lucky to have access to them every day as a grower, and we always have flowers around. So I bet that's hopefully gonna live longer and have a happier life.
Yeah. So I think it's 2 or 3 years ago you changed the whole image or the colors of Milagro into a more luxurious, or what I think more luxurious way of your brand, which fits your quality as well.
Exactly. Yes, and it's we had it was basically what we had for a long time. We were more focused on that moment on a different market, on the Russian market, and we saw a lot of things going on and changing, and we felt that it didn't express the direction on which the company was going and for our flowers and what we were working on. So we decided to make a big change. It was basically an overhaul of what we had before, and I think it came out beautifully. We're super happy with the work that the designers did, and that's the idea, to show something that's gonna be friendly, but at the same time very luxurious and simple.
Yeah.
That it's and that's what Milagro is showing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's yeah.
I don't know.
That's one of the new varieties that we introduced in this couple of years. It's called Ascot, and it's funny because sometimes people just think that what you wanna show is big head, or but this one, for example, the head size is not so big, but the color is just amazing. It's a dark purple with a very nice foliage, and it lasts forever in the vase, and it's a little bit of that's some of the new things that we're coming in with. It's been 2 years, I think, we've had this one.
Okay. Maybe it's a little bit difficult to see, but what I saw when I saw the picture, there's a name on the barcode as well.
Yeah. What we do is every bunch is packed by somebody. It's not machined. It's work with people's hands, and what we do is we put their name so that it shows to our clients that there's somebody behind the product. It's not only a company or a corporation in that sense. There's people behind it, and there's women that are heads of their family. There's the one that are bringing the money in, and it's basically it's a little bit of a way to show this, and it's something that we want to showcase a little much more in the future. There's a lot of things that we do in the farms that and people tell me, why don't you show this? Why don't you tell people about this that you're doing? It's so amazing, these things. But we honestly we do them because we feel it's a good thing to do, and I think we should start talking more about those anyways, because I think people actually like to see these things, and it's something that we're going to start working more on. And it's about sustainability. It's about more environmentally friendly. And one big example is there's some products that are used in agriculture that, for example, there's been a lot of talk about it, that they are not friendly with the bees. It's been a big thing with this. And I think in Europe they said they're gonna ban them, I think in 2 years or something like that. In Europe, that is usually one of the ones that are most they're the first ones that usually do this kind of things, and then the world follows. And what we have done is almost 3 or 5 years ago, we already banned those products in our farm. And one of the things we've done to prove this is we produce honey, and we produce pollen inside our production centers, inside our farms, to kind of promote this kind of things amongst our workers and our people.
I mean, I know you a little bit. You're way too shy to tell about the great products you have and what you're doing. I mean, if I'm correct, you don't even have a Facebook or an Instagram page where you can show what you're doing, and you don't have to shout that you're fantastic, but show what you're doing. I mean, you make such a great product, and we're only talking about the roses at the moment, but you have some more products already in production and coming up.
That's right. It's also something that we've been told. I've been told a lot, and I think I'm gonna cave in, and I'm actually gonna have to go ahead and create an Instagram and all that kind of stuff, and show our pictures. And one of the reasons, Jan, is also we don't whenever we want to do something, we want to do it well. We want to do it right. The same thing as we do with our flowers. We're not just gonna do something to sell it and that's it. We want to do something. We want it to be perfect. So maybe that's another reason we've been kind of taking our time to do it, but
Yeah.
definitely it's coming. It's coming, and it's gonna be a little bit of a way to show people what we're, coming, invite them to our home and
Yeah.
show them a bit of everything. And
It's-
as you mentioned, we are working on more products. We've been testing many different products for the last few years for the same reason. We don't want to just do it, middle of the way. We want to do it super nice. We
Yeah.
are doing Ranunculus now. We're always trying to have a better and better quality, and so far, our clients love them because they're, first of all, Ranunculus are amazing. They're just joyful, and they're so goes connects you even closer to the outsides. It's
Yeah.
very wild looking, and in our case, we've been able to have a big head size, which is, I think, one of the things that you want to have with the Ranunculus. That's when we got started, one of the first productions, and it's yeah. I even remember when I first saw them. It was in visiting a client in Holland, and I just fell in love with them.
Yeah.
Immediately, I booked a flight to Italy. I wanted to see them in person. I went to visit one of the best, in my opinion, growers over there, which is La Marca.
Yeah.
Nico from La Marca, and he was very helpful and showed me around. And so far we've been testing, even in Ranunculus, new varieties, new products, new lines of Ranunculus. For example, we are already producing and selling the Fun Fun line from Bianchetti. And also, we have something coming in, which I think I told you a little bit, but it's going to be a secret for our clients for a bit.
Yeah.
In the Ranunculus line, we're going to be introducing probably something super different and very easy to work with for florists, and it's going to make amazing flower works.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. We cannot tell it yet, but once it's there, then we will show you directly. I mean, that's
We'll do another show.
yeah.
Yeah. And also we've been working on, for example, I think the Lisianthus. I think I told you a little bit of those, and we have done some tests already. We have produced a few. There's one of them, and it's also one of those super nice flowers out there that I think the people haven't seen enough. And the idea that we're having on the Lisianthus is also try and have a better quality in the Lisianthus, longer stems, thicker stems, bigger flower size. As you can see, they're normally Lisianthus are, for example, like a spray rose size. We're trying to have a flower size that is closer to the standard rose,
Yeah.
which is it's pretty much a whole different product. I don't think you can say it's a Lisianthus like the one we see every day and we know. I'm sure you have seen this size, this quality, but in general, I think the public is
Yeah.
lucky.
I think I've seen some of these sizes, but it was grown in Japan, and to be honest, I don't think that's really commercially grown over there.
It's not, and I told you, for me, the best growers are the Japanese. It's out of without any doubt, they do an amazing job in everything they do, and that's an inspiration for all of us growers outside.
Yeah.
And the idea is to try and show something in that base right there is only one stem. Actually, we use one stem for that arrangement, and it's just full of flowers, and we're trying to get there. We're trying to have something that's ready to be commercially sold. We hope it is going to be out there soon, and that we are able to do it. Sometimes it's sad because we have this possibility, this great development, and along the way we find things that don't allow us to go ahead and
Yeah.
produce it commercially. But it's still something that we enjoy doing, even though.
Yeah, we have to keep moving, keep on going forward. Need to find new things to sell, new flowers. I mean, people are falling in love with flowers again. Not only the consumers, but also the florists are looking for more different things as well, and they want to know the story. They want to know where the flowers come from. So,
It's
well,
true, and they're our, they're our the best feedback we can have is directly from the florists.
yeah,
Absolutely, I don't think we would be able to come out with new things without having them. It's for me, my I just enjoy talking to them so much, and it's not easy to find people passionate with flowers. Around the world, if you go out, outside and talk to anybody you meet or your friends, and they're probably gonna get bored about it. And
yeah,
whenever you find a florist that they share the same love for what they do as we do, it's we can talk for hours, and then it's never gonna be enough, and you start discussing the most trivial, small, detailed things about flowers. And it's
yeah.
exciting.
And that's actually what the feeling I have after a show or after an exhibition. You come home with so much energy, even you didn't sleep enough, and you've been in planes, but still you got so much energy. Seeing the smile on everybody's face, yeah, sharing the love for the flowers.
Absolutely, and there's actually some shows where they bring in little kids, and you see older people, and you can see how they are actually love what they're seeing. And yeah, it is true. The energy in the shows is just different. For us, we take a plane, we fly 20 plus hours, and the different time zone, and just you wake up on the day of the show, and it's like nothing. You just go, you're buzzing around, and
Yeah,
you don't even remember about all these things. Of course, after the show, you just crash. But
yeah. I remember the first time I was at a trade show in Eastern Europe, and there was already, I don't know, 1,000 men waiting outside to get in because it wasn't even open, and it was like they jumped in and they were hugging the flowers, smelling the flowers, taking so many pictures. And I was used to the really business shows in Holland.
I
And
know, and we just sometimes we take it for granted, John, that we see the flowers every day. We see so many flowers in our case that we grow them, and the public, the general people outside, they see this and they just cannot believe it.
yeah,
For them, one stem is special. So whenever you can show them arrangements of 100 stems in shower flowers that are 2 meters long, or flowers that are very big in size and that they open different. It's something that they just they cannot
yeah.
believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, last year also in Moscow, you had a vase with, I think it was 2 meter or even more.
Yeah, it's a it's kind of show people the possibilities of what it's out there. Those flowers are, I think they're a very big eye catcher. And
Yeah,
whenever there's a big event, for example, for an arrangement, you don't have to do much. You just put a couple of those, and everybody's gonna want to take pictures with it, because, and you have seen it.
yeah,
You go to the shows, even in Holland, and people that have seen flowers for so many years, they see these arrangements that they don't think it's real. They start looking for where it's cut and where they're pasted together. And
yeah,
whenever you use this in a big party, in a wedding, in a hotel, it's gonna have people talking about it. So it's
yeah.
also something. it's different in a different way. It's special in a different way.
Yeah, I mean, hundreds of years ago in a circus, they had women with a beard or something, and nobody believed it. And now you have roses of 2 meters, 2 meters 20.
Yeah. It's something. It's
Yeah.
something.
But at that exhibition, you need something like that to get people talking and doing. So that's really important. You also sent me a picture of these roses.
Yeah, that's candlelight. Actually, it's a new variety that we introduced this year. It's I think it's one of or my favorite at the moment. It's a flower. It's unusual because when you see the bunch, when you receive it, it looks like nothing special. It just looks like a regular white. But once you put it in the vase, it just starts moving and opening. It has so much life to it, and it lasts a long time. It has a really good base life.
Okay.
And I think it's probably gonna take a little bit of time for the people to get to know it, but it's gonna be an important white in the future. I think it's gonna be, the color is once it opens, it's almost pure white, but it's a little bit of kind of like Vendela. Was for so many years, and people got tired of it, but they still want that color. They still want that for the weddings, for example.
Yeah.
This big change to that. I love it. It just opens so nicely.
Yeah, I can see it on the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, Vandella is still a variety that a lot of florists are asking for.
Yeah.
That type.
We had Vendela, and we had it for many years, but we just started feeling that it didn't show what we were trying to do. It was just a filler in our assortment, and we just thought, there has to, something else that's going to be better than that, and that's where we found Candlelight, which is it's I think it's going to be standard for weddings.
Yeah.
Future. I hope so.
Okay.
It's worth it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
The color, the opening.
Okay.
Very nice.
Another one as well.
That's Country Home. That's Country Home. I took that picture. It was sunny outside, and I was walking with it in my hand coming back from the greenhouse, and the way the light hit it, I thought it was super nice. What I like about this variety is the color. It's a peach. There's not many nice peaches out there, and it's very flexible. You can use it in very different times of the year. You can use it now for fall. You can use it for weddings also. It's gonna make nice arrangements, nice bouquets. So I think it's if you have this in your shop, you're always gonna reach for it because it's gonna be very useful. So Country Home.
It looks really beautiful, and you were talking about the light, and just to make us jealous, I think.
Yeah, that's in one of our farms in Suezca. We have a water reservoir. Brings rainwater. We collect all the rainwater we can. We keep it so that we can reutilize it and so that we don't have to use any other kind of sources. And that was one afternoon in Suezca in our second farm.
Yeah.
And it was so nice.
Really
where we grow our flowers.
Yeah.
It's nice for people that are not able to come and visit us to see where their flowers are coming from.
Yeah. Joe is saying about the country home is gorgeous. Thank you for watching, Joe. So I think you're in a great area where you grow flowers. You sent us some more pictures. I mean,
that's the other farm. That's actually the farm where we got started, and it's in Sopo.
Yeah.
And behind those trees, the greenhouses where they get started. Also, the wet. You can see how the weather is so dramatic, and so it changes so quickly over here. And then we had a nice sunlight, and suddenly then the clouds came over. And probably got started.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the other farm.
Yeah, you almost get some Dutch weather sometimes.
We have it.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not the English weather.
Yeah. Yeah, here in the Bogota Savannah, it's normally rain. It's humid. We have some dry seasons, and but the weather is changing so fast, so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and on what altitude are the farms?
Sorry.
On what altitude? What height?
Oh, 2,600 meters in the Andes Mountains.
Okay.
Here in this place.
Yeah.
Both farms are basically one is maybe 50 meters a little bit higher, and
Yeah.
that's not different.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, are the farms far apart from each other, or?
They are about 45 minutes from each other.
Okay.
They are in the northern part of the Savannah of Bogota, which it's a very unusual place. If you are ever lucky to come here, it's a top of the Andes, but then there's a huge area which is very flat.
Okay.
So we are 2,600 meters up in the sky, and then over here it's super flat. So it's something you cannot believe you're high in the mountains, because you see everything around you, and you see, of course, some mountains, but you see the land is
Okay, that's really interesting.
very particular.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from here you can take a plane, and in an hour you're in the beach, and if you take a car you can be in warm weather in probably an hour or two. So it's a very diverse climate here, and we have all the altitudes, and it's also, as far as nature, it's an amazing country in Colombia.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, let's hope we can fly again soon, and then for sure one of the first trips will be Colombia.
We'll be waiting, John, and of course, so many things to do here. If you love nature, it's one of the places you must visit for sure.
Yeah. Yes, this is something I heard last week as well from South Africa. So it's going to be a big trip for me next time, I think.
I think as soon as traveling is safe again, there's going to be a lot of people with plans, and especially being at home and looking at pictures and videos and writing up all these kind of places to go and visit. So
yeah,
myself, I can't wait. I just want to get out there and get back to seeing my friends, my clients, and visiting different florists and stuff like that. Yeah, can't wait.
And showing that flowers yourself as well, and seeing the reactions of the people. I think that's the thing I miss the most. Showing people something new and their eyes like lighting up.
Yeah, and because sometimes you start working on something and you can imagine it, or in your case, but it's not the same when you are doing it live. When you bring people in our case, we're gonna be introducing a lot of new varieties soon in the next 7 months, and it's not the same when you just show a picture than when you are live, having it in your hands.
Yeah,
but in the natural color. And so I hope it's going to be soon that we can take our flowers around.
Yeah. I think somebody to come with me to Colombia. Caroline is saying my favorite country, not just amazing flowers.
Yeah. It's and I think as a country we people coming in. We're whenever we see somebody that's coming from outside, we're happy to show them around and to embrace them. So I'm sure Caroline has enjoyed that also here in Colombia.
Yeah, she has been several times in Colombia, so I think she calls it her second home even. So she's really happy about it.
Yeah.
So you're planning to have some new types of flowers as well, not only new varieties of roses. I'm really looking forward to it, and if you have them, show it to us, and then I can send it to the people who are watching Flower Circus or following Flower Circus as well.
Yeah. I think it's a way to show that we're not we have the roses. We're always going to be working on having different varieties, different sub products of the roses out there, and but there's so much more, and we want our clients to be able to come here in one place and be able to buy many different things, not only standard roses.
Yeah.
And if you think I want something that's going to be high quality, I want something that's going to be different to find, I want something that so not everybody's going to be able to get, and not everybody has. They can come to one place instead of having to go and look at many different places for all these kind of things, and that's what we're trying to put out there.
Yeah. And I see it's going to be busy because Shabastan Khan is also coming one day.
We are very welcome, Shavistan, and hopefully it's going to be soon. I'm sure you also can't wait until it's possible to fly. More than welcome if you want to come and visit us at the farms.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all waiting for it, so let's hope it happens soon. And like we discussed in the beginning, it's good that we have a positive outcome with sales. It's something Caroline mentioned as well. US buyers are already putting orders in for 21, 22 because they reckon the huge rise in sales will continue. This is a big positive sign for everyone. This is actually also one of the things I heard. It's Chrysanthemum Week as well in Colombia, and they had some webinars where some of the big retailers were saying exactly what Caroline was saying as well. That
I think so. I think so too, Caroline and John. I think at this moment where we all thought it was going to be hard, it was going to be, and it has been hard for some people in the flower business. But in general, I think it's been very positive, and this has bring a different kind of positivism for the future. And a lot of the events, of course, were the hardest hit. And many people that couldn't have their events, they're gonna do them in the next few years, in the next few months. And this on top of these new consumers that have tasted flowers, I think it's going to be a good times for the flowers. I think we're going to see a rise in consumption, and hopefully also in the look for the quest for this special different things that we have and not everybody has. There's a lot of talk about the fear of missing out, and I think the flowers are gonna be in that too. I think people are gonna want to have discover these new things in the flowers as well.
Yeah. I think that the people are developing one. They start with buying a bouquet, and it doesn't matter which flowers are in there as long as it looks nice. But then they slowly start to develop, and they want special flowers. They want the special colors of a flower, so they understand more what's special, and maybe even more important, they will be willing to pay more for it as well.
Yes. I think always people have been willing to pay a little bit extra for that special things, and I think every time it's going to be harder to find something different to offer. It's very rare to see something in the flower business that people hasn't already seen.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot of stuff still out there, John. I think, and I think that's our job, to try and fill that gap. I think it's still possible, and as I think I told you a few days ago about the product that we're testing also. It's called Tilotus. It's it's actually a whole new product because normally we see a new variety, a new kind of rose, but this is a whole category that we're gonna be trying to test, and we're
Yeah.
gonna do a semi-commercial test soon. I think in November, December, we're gonna ship the first few, and hopefully people love them. Hopefully, it is something that they're looking for, and hopefully it's gonna make beautiful arrangements and do bouquets.
Yeah.
Uh, so looking forward to it too, and see what the feedback is with the
Yeah.
Tilotus. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it as well, and to work with it, and see what we can do with it.
Yes, yes, absolutely, absolutely. It's I don't if I can describe it in a way, it's well, it's purplish, and it looks a little bit like a like straw, maybe like
Yeah. Yeah. The best way I can describe it, it's a cross between celosia and some grass.
yes, yes, maybe like that. And it looks fluffy also. It's definitely I would say in the grass
Yeah.
family, and but it looks very wild. It looks very natural. You know, if you wanna give your arrangement that kind of free look, kind of like natural or from the back country look, it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Caroline is also already asking. This isn't a pink fluffy
Caroline,
flora. I saw that Proflora.
it is actually that one, and I think the one you saw, I have a picture of, and I think I sent it to you, John. It's that is the one. That is the one. Let me just hopefully, John, you can find it and show it to Caroline, and
Yeah.
I think that's the one.
Okay.
I think that's the one.
Quickly try to find the picture as well. Let me
Yeah,
see.
it's wavy, and it's actually pink fluffy flower.
Yeah, I've got it here. 1 second. Now I have to go to the other side of the screen to get it as well. This is the one, Caroline, and everybody else, of course.
I hope that's the one you saw,
Yeah.
Caroline. But yeah, as you can see, it looks very. You know, if I see that, what I think is that I went out into the country and cut it myself, and that's the look and the feel that it gives me. You know, it
Yeah.
looks and it feels a lot, and you're gonna see a lot of volume in it also, which is something I think, and different heights and shapes, and I think I hope it works. I love it. I saw it. I love it. We did a very small sample. We grew a very small area.
Yeah.
It worked beautifully, and now we're doing a little bit bigger so that we can ship our clients and hopefully have them love it as we did.
Yeah, I mean, this is great, and if this is the one that Caroline mentioned, but I think it is. Yeah, she's loving it. So,
From Flora. That picture
yeah.
is from Flora, actually.
Okay. I have a pic of me holding at the farm. It was my flower of the show, even. Oh, look at it. That's promising.
Okay, well, hopefully you can grab a hold of one of the first shipments we're gonna do.
Yeah.
We know. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just keep us posted about when you have the first ones cut and when you can ship them. Yeah, would love to work with them, and Caroline probably as well. So that's great.
Yeah. And I think it's a flower that's gonna be very resistant. It lasts along the base, should ship easily, and yeah, I think it's gonna be very useful too. I'm excited.
Yeah, I can see it. So that's and now you have to shout it out as well, of course. I mean, show the world how beautiful your flowers are and long lasting and great quality. I mean, that's very important as well, especially now not having any exhibitions where you can tell the people and show the people.
That is right. That is right. And one other thing is for us the best the best marketing is that people are happy with the product. If somebody receives it and they're happy, they're gonna want to talk about it, and they're gonna want to tell people around that they saw something that's different, that's very high quality, and that has them happy. And
Yeah,
that's my best. Yeah, that's for me. It's my best feelings seeing that they're happy with what we are working hard on. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But we can see the passion in your eyes, so that's really great to see.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Is there anything you want to add to what we already talked about, or?
I think we mentioned many of the important things, John. I think basically I would like people to keep on being optimistic about the flowers. I think these times are very trying, and of course many people have had you know uh, hard times, and many people have died, and but the world moves on, and we're gonna be working hard on it. And actually, when this got started, one of the things that we were talking about amongst our employees was we cannot do much about this.
Yeah,
It's what it is. But let's work on what we can do. Let's work very hard and try and control what we can control, and it's something that we've been very busy with, and it's funny, but these times that have been hard and different actually have been very, very productive for us, and we are coming out of it very optimistic.
yeah,
And yeah, I think we should all try and see things in the bright side at these times, and hopefully
yeah,
flowers fill that gap too. It's something that is going to be helping many people in different situations, because some people might have good situations and bad, and flowers can also
yeah,
always be there for them.
yeah, yeah. That's for sure. I think great words to end this Flower Circus Talks. I want to thank you very much for joining us and sharing your passion and actually showing more things than I think you wanted to show with all
Yeah,
the new
yeah,
varieties and everything. So really happy that we can show it to the people. And I think we can be happy that Caroline even recognized it and loved it.
yeah. It's funny. We're just talking about it, and immediately she got a hold of what it. I couldn't even describe it, and she knew what it was. So
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, John, for having me. It was super fun, and it's it's nice to be able to talk to many people through the
Yeah.
flowers,
So
and tell what we are and what we're working on.
yeah. Yeah, thank you, and hope to see you soon in real life again. I mean, in the end, that's the best way to do it. And I want to thank everybody for watching. Next week we have another online flower show again. This time with the Belgian designer Stefan van Berlo. The theme is going to be Indian summer. So he's going to make some great stuff over there. He showed me already some of the things, a sneak preview. So yeah, next week same time, be there. And everybody, thank you again for watching. Thank you, Caroline, for helping us out as well. Sabistan, thank you for watching, and see you next week.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for everything, John.